All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing a beer from Saucy Brew Works, and they are out of Cleveland, Ohio, and this is their Habituale. So this is what they are calling a German-style Kölsch. Comes in at 5.3% alcohol by volume, 21 IBUs in the time of review. I have no idea how old this is exactly, but the best buy date is exactly 12 days from now, so we're coming in right under the wire. We should be fine. It's a Kolsch. And I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to a good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, Rod, over at Rod J BeerVentures, for hooking me up with this one, along with a bunch of other beers. In the description box, I will post a link to not only Rod's channel, but the beer mail unboxing video I did of all the goodies he sent my way. So thank you very much, Rod. You know I appreciate it. So it's cool that he sent me a Kolsch because it's a style I like, but I don't review enough of them. On the back here, it says, a habit worth keeping. Meet Ruben, a mountain spirit who is nice to cool people and vengeful to creeps. This crisp, clean Kolsch is a true German classic. It's the perfect tribute to our fair-minded friend. Sweet, balanced with faint bitterness. So yeah, it's a Kolsch. I never heard of Saucy Brew Works. They're out of Cleveland. Yeah, I don't know. Never really heard about them. So see what they got going on with this Kolsch. I like the name of it, Habituale, instead of habitual. They add the E on the end, Habituale. I see what they're doing. I get it. So yeah, it's pouring out like a Kolsch. Go about half there. Anyway, yeah, it has, you know what, it's a little bit, it's definitely filtered, but it has a little bit of haze to it. It's very yellow looking, like a straw golden color, about a thin film of a bright white head, but it plays the role of like a Kolsch. Kind of has a Pilsner-esque look to it. Anyway, let's get a nose. Yeah, that's exactly what Kolsch's should kind of smell like. Has this grainy, almost biscuity thing going on with the malt profile. A little bit of a red apple core grassiness. Slight spiciness. Yeah, it smells like any other Kolsch I've really had before. I'm not perceiving any off flavors or anything. It just smells like it's going to be super refreshing. So cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Rod. I could drink a shit ton of these. Wow, that's nice. I don't know what it is, but this is just hitting me proper today. So the first two sips, pretty much everything carries over. There's a graininess, a little bit of like a biscuity, crackery malt base. There's a really nice, and I wasn't picking up in the nose, I just gave it a quick sniff, but there's a little bit of like a lemony pithiness going on too, really nice. Mixing in with that red apple core, there's a grassiness, a slight earthy, almost herbaceous spiciness going on too. For 5.3%, the mouthfeel is like straight up medium bodied, which is nice. It's very crisp and clean as far as the mouthfeel goes. Definitely effervescent, has a pretty high carbonation to it, very spritzy, kind of what you expect from the style. It's relatively sweet throughout the palate. On the back end though, has a semi-dry finish with a slight touch of like, yeah, slight bitterness there, mixing in with that grassiness and herbaceous character. Yeah, this is, I can drink a ton of these. This beer is not reinventing the style. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just really well made for a German-style Kölsch. There's not a lot to say about it. I was gonna say a whole lot to say about it. You know, you get your 4 or 5 different characters. This is meant to be a drinking beer, and I've said that quite a few times on my channel, and I know it sounds dumb, but you want to grab a 6-pack of this, you want to drink it, you don't want to really think about too much, you just want to hammer them back. Maybe this is a good, like, watching football, watching sports, you know, out at the barbecue, at the pool, just crush a bunch of these, you don't have to think too much about it, and it's pretty solid. So Habituale from Saucy Brew Works, I'm going to give that a straight 3.75 out of 5. If we're going German-style Kölsch, this is like a 4.5 out of 5. This is one of the better American-made Kölsches that I've had. It's just, yeah, it's really well made and pretty damn tasty. Clean, crisp, refreshing. Can crush a bunch of these. There's nothing really more to say about it. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate Rod sending this to me because, like I said, I don't review enough Kölsches, enough, like, you know, just subtle styles. I always go with crazy stuff, and to drink something like this reminds me of why I like the Kolsch style. I definitely need to review more of them. So, like I said, appreciate Rod sending this to me. Appreciate you guys all stopping by for another beer review, and until the next one, cheers.